Two monks looked at the temple flag waving. One said, "The flag moves." The other said, "The wind moves." They argued back and forth but could not agree. The Zen master said, "It is not the flag that moves. It is not the wind that moves. It is your mind that moves." Tanzan and Ikido were walking down a muddy road. They see a lovely girl in a silk kimono, unable to cross the road. Tanzan lifted her up in his arms and carried her over the mud. Ikido did not speak to him until that night when they reached the temple. Then he asked, "We monks don't go near females, especially not the young and lovely ones. It is dangerous. Why did you carry her?" To that, Tanzan replied, "I left the girl there. Are you still carrying her?" Master Jizo asked, "Where have you come from?" "I pilgrimage aimlessly," replied Hogan. "What is the matter of your pilgrimage?" asked Jizo. "I don't know," replied Hogan. "Not knowing is the most intimate," remarked Jizo. At that, Hogan experienced great enlightenment. Mayaku walked 3 times around the meditation seat of Shokai and thumped his staff once. Shokai said, "Right, right." Mayaku then walked 3 times around the meditation seat of Nansen and thumped his staff once. Nansen said, "Wrong, wrong." Mayaku asked, "Shokai said right. Why do you say wrong?" Nansen said, "For Shokai, it is right. For you, it is wrong. What comes from the power of wind in the end becomes broken and crumbled." A blind man was offered a lantern to carry home with him. "I do not need a lantern," he said. "Darkness or light, it's all the same to me." "You do not need a lantern," his friend replied. "But if you don't have one, someone may run into you." The blind man started off with the lantern, and someone did run into him. "Look out! Where you're going?" he shouted. "Can't you see this lantern?" "Your candle has burned out, brother," replied the stranger. One day, as Manjushri stood outside the gate, the Buddha called to him, "Manjushri, Manjushri, why do you not enter inside?" Manjushri replied, "I do not see myself as outside. Why enter?" Nobushige asked Hakyun, "Is there really a paradise and a hell?" "Who are you?" inquired Hakyun. "I am a samurai," he replied. You, a soldier? Exclaimed Hakyun. What kind of a ruler would have you as his guard? Your face looks like that of a beggar. Nobushige became angry and began to draw his sword. Hakyun said, So, you have a sword. It is probably too dull to cut off my head. Nobushige was furious and drew his sword toward Hakyun. Hakyun remarked, Here open the gates of hell. At these words, the samurai dropped his sword and bowed down. And here open the gates of paradise, said Hakyun. One day, Chow Chow fell down in the snow and called out, Help me up! Help me up! A monk came and lay down beside him. Chow Chow got up and went away. A student asked Shuzan, Why do you have a short staff? Shuzan said, If you call this a short staff, you oppose its reality. If you do not call this a short staff, you ignore the fact. Now, what do you wish to call this? Zen Master Hakyun was praised by all as a pure soul. The parents of a Japanese girl discovered she was with a child. Out of fear, she said the father was Hakyun. In great anger, the parents went to the master and questioned him. All Hakyun said to them was, Is that so? Hakyun lost his reputation, which did not trouble him. After the child was born, they gave it to Hakyun, and he took very good care of him. A year later, the girl told her parents the truth that the real father was a young man from the market. The parents rushed to Hakyun, apologized, asked for the child back, and told him the truth. Giving the child back, all he said was, Is that so?